Let's break your bad money habits and, more importantly, build some healthy ones. Thank you so much for this comment. My name is Gaby Rincon. I'm a money coach and financial strategist. So when we're first talking about how do we effectively manage our money, where should we put it all? We want to think about your income. All of your dollars have different jobs and different kind of categories. So number one, we have our stability dollars. Now, our stability dollars basically keep us stable. Think about this as your living expenses, the stuff that you need for now. And that includes, by the way, some joy, some fun, going out to eat or some self-care. Obviously, we're not being overly spendy, overly swipey, but we also have to acknowledge that budgeting for the present joy is essential because it allows for sustainability. So stability dollars equals things that we need now. You have a bill, you pay said bill. Then we move into security dollars. Those security dollars are going to be your emergency fund because they provide you with security. You have that in a high yield savings account. That is an absolutely great place to put your emergency fund, which ideally is going to be 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses because you're going to have it nice and safe away from you. You're going to not dip into it as much because it's harder to dip into as opposed to the one that's attached to your checking account, Plus, it is going to be earning you a higher APY. And then you have number 3, your scalability dollars. This is the growth dollars. This is the wealth accumulation. This is the amount of money, your income that goes towards investing. This is the thing that's going to be generating you not only security to be able to retire and stop working, maybe even financial freedom, retiring early, but also going to be building you generational wealth. Now, allocating your stability dollars, it's pretty easy to do because it's okay, well, I need my medication. I need a place to live, right? And then we were talking about your discretionary amount, that could fluctuate, especially if you have other goals, such as paying off debt, which would be applying more towards security because less debt, less liabilities, more secure. And if you're just starting out on your finance journey, chances are you might be cutting a little bit of stability dollars, right? Cutting specifically from your discretionary in order to focus so much more on your security. So you're probably going to be building up your emergency fund, again, in a high yield savings account. You're probably going to be actively paying down your credit card debt, making sure that you're attacking your net worth from kind of both sides. And then we're going to target your scalability dollars, right? Your actual investing. Now, if you have an employer-sponsored retirement account like a 401k or a 403b offered through work, you want to start with that because it'll be automatically deducted from your paycheck. It's also going to be potentially matched with your employer contributions. It's just a very easy way to get started doing this. Plus, obviously, there are going to be tax advantages to doing so. Now, if that isn't an option for you, then open either a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA. You're going to select your brokerage, which is just the institution that you're going to have your investment account in. And you're going to probably choose Charles Schwab, Fidelity, or Vanguard. Those are really popular ones. Great experiences with all three. And then you're going to just open it. It takes 5 minutes. You can literally just Google, link your checking account, and make your first transfer. Now, the best part is that you don't need a lot to get started. The really big part here is that you just get started. Investing can be a little overwhelming for people because they feel it might be oh, too stressful. I don't know if I can do it. It's so straightforward. Once you've opened your account, you've linked your checking account, you've made the contribution, maybe even you've made an automated one so it happens on the 15th of every single month, then you just actually select what you want to invest into. A lot of people love index funds and ETFs because they offer an accessible and affordable way for diversification, aka not putting all of your eggs, all of your dollars in one basket, but having a little bit of everything. And it's actually so easy to just repeat the process over and over again. If you want deep work in terms of how to actually invest, I have a resource. It's called the Guide to Investing. It's linked in my bio. It's awesome. So those bad money habits that you have, whether it's constantly overdrafting, feeling like you're overspending and you have high credit card debt, never having something in savings, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, those can all be solved by engaging in your finances. And we can develop that finance practice of not only taking care of your dollars, but managing your dollars, being intentional with your money by reframing your mind, taking steps to think about okay, what got me here? Not to shame yourself, but to really be honest about it. You want to hold yourself accountable. Now, that word can be a trigger word for a lot of people. There's nothing wrong with accountability. Accountability is what allows us to actually achieve success. It's the shame that we don't want. It's the shame that we want to avoid. The shame leads to I'm bad with money and no solution. The end. So start with developing that financial practice. Become an active manager of all of your dollars in all areas of your financial health, because then you become more confident. As you become more confident, you eventually become empowered. And then it's like, of course I invest. And of course I manage my investments. I know exactly how to do this. It's a no-brainer.